It's insane plus.
Yeah, it's up about that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's, if you could, brilliant.
What is up? It is JC Audits here. See what time this? 9 o'clock. Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock. Okay. So look, I want to talk about men and women. So basically, men and women. So look, when I go to the toilet, you know, I don't know if you can tell this, but I was born with a penis, and I've got, you know, all my life, well, it's not even true. I was either a baby boy, a boy, and then a man. When I go to the toilet, when I sit in the cubicle, I would like to know, when I'm farting and pooing, I want to know that the person in the cubicle next to me, I want to know, you know, because some cubicles are open, I want to know that they were born with a penis too. It would make me feel just a little bit more secure. Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? You know? Oh, look at that. It's a Tesla cube. What's that? That's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. So we're gonna test drive. Yeah, what's happening today?
What's happening today?
Yeah. What's going on in there?
So we've got a pop-up store in Leicester.
What's that mean?
So we just do a test
This
drive.
is a pop-up store?
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah, feel free. So we're closed at 6, but I'm just keeping the doors open just to try and get some sort of a draft in it.
Yeah, I've got a Model S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a nice car. I know there's a new Model S out now, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's left-hand drive.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, I've got a place in France. It's not too much of a bother.
Oh, okay. Oh, so when you're there, it's not too bad then.
Thing is, I don't know in terms of like the acceleration because I've got a performance one.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's much difference. What do you think? Because I'm really into the acceleration.
Personally,
Yeah, go on.
not enough acceleration to justify getting a left-hand drive car.
That's really honest. And then have you personally driven the new model
Yeah,
yourself?
I've driven the Plaids, yeah.
And
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But if you've got, is it the Ludicrous you got?
It's insane plus.
Yeah, it's up about that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's, if you could, brilliant. On the Plaids is just absolutely bonkers. Like, my eyes struggled to keep up with what was happening. It was like almost like blacking out almost. It's like everything just went to a blur because I couldn't keep a focus on how.
Were you by yourself?
Yeah, I was in the that time that happened. I was in the X Plaid.
Alright.
And
Isn't that a little bit slower because it's heavier?
A little bit slower, but still
Yeah.
ridiculous. And I was on a 30, but I just went on to a dual carriageway, so it went from 30 to 70, and that kick down is just raw.
Yeah.
I when the Model S and X first came into the country, I went down to Southampton to assist with the
Unloading.
unloading and all.
Yeah.
And they gave us kind of like, whilst we were there, kind of like an experience to understand them a bit more.
Yeah.
And we did launches in the S Plaid. Just crazy. Just
What, from
hours-
zero to...
standstill to launch.
And was there an area on the dock in Southampton that you were able to do?
It was just a flat area. It was like just all not warehouses, but
like
kind of
industrial.
yeah, it was
not
just an
main
industrial
roads,
area.
yeah,
It wasn't a prepped surface or anything.
No.
It was just.
But it wasn't like on the
flat-
public roads.
No, it was just a flat concrete area, and it was. It got concrete, sorry. Yeah,
concrete.
it was just crazy, honestly. That I don't think there's enough words to describe how mad it is.
Have you driven a Performance S before that's not a Plaid?
Yeah, I've driven a Ludicrous before, and that is just that is just mad in itself.
Yeah.
But it's just to be brutally honest. To get a new car for it. To
I love your honesty.
I love the cars, and it's glad to see obviously that you're a Tesla owner. It's kind of like I'm also a realist at the end of the day, and I'm not going to tell you to kind of like go spend £100,000.
Yeah, because you know, as well as I do, it's about the experience, and you don't want to ruin. You don't want me to be disappointed, do you?
No, I don't
really
want
nice.
you to kind of like get the car and just be kind of like, it's great for when you're in France, but when you're here,
okay.
it's
I've got another question. Unfortunately, even though you tell the truth, I still want more. I know it's silly, but I'm gonna tell you this. I want to know, like, can I transfer my free supercharger onto a new one?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Not at the moment. I've been told, but they did it before last year. At the end of the year, they did it. I think they'll probably end up doing it again, but I don't know when.
Okay.
But honestly, it's at the end of the day, you said it's your money.
Yeah.
If you want it, honestly, it's a fantastic car. The quality of it is stepped up.
Yeah.
It's a much nicer car. But at the end of the day, it's your money.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what to do with it, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of car for what it is, and and it looks nicer. Just little things about it. It's like the headlights are just slightly bit different. It looks a bit better.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree with that. I've seen it. No.
But it's just for me. If I saw it as it kind of like, look, I love the car, but I wouldn't personally advise someone to just go put themselves in debt or spend a load of money for a car that you may not be happy with all the time.
Do you think your colleagues would agree with you though? Is that the view? Because you've you must have spoken to some of your colleagues. Do they agree with you on that point? Or is it hard to say?
Some people still are under the impression, and I see both sides of it. You get a lot of people, and they're just there like, look, it's a £100,000 car with a hypercar performance.
Is it a hypercar performance though?
But if you look at something like the Bugatti Chiron and all
Tell me, because I don't know my cars that well, so
Bugatti Chiron,
tell me what's that? Is it a V12, V24 or?
W16, so...
W16, 16 valve?
Yeah, 16 cylinders.
16 cylinders, is that the same thing valves for like that?
Yeah, I'm not
all right,
idea. But it's W16, so
W.
massive engine.
Big engine.
0 to 16, I think it is about totally similar to the Plaids.
Okay.
But...
And that's a hypercar, the Chiron?
That's a hypercar.
And it costs £1 million?
About 3 million.
What?
So for a £100,000 car, which is quicker and would certainly give it a run for its money,
right?
You're getting a hypercar performance vehicle for £100,000, which you cannot beat that. But I'm in two minds. It's a lot of money to live with a car. But if you go to France, I've sold an X, not a Plaid, a long range X, to a gentleman who drives to Germany. He does about 30,000 miles a year. Yeah. About 20 of them are in Europe.
An X Plaid you sold to?
No, just an X long range.
Oh yeah. But you must have been a long time ago because they hardly sell the X anymore, do they?
Do you sell them?
But the non-Plaids?
Yeah, the X. They do a long range in a Plaid.
What, with a modern plate on it, 24 plate?
It wasn't 24. It was like I think it was like 20. I think it was during.
It was a couple of years ago.
It was about a year or so ago. And it was very, very soon after they took it over there, because basically when obviously they announced they weren't doing the 24, the right-hand drive ones. Some people cancelled their orders. Some people just kept it on.
Oh yeah, true.
And I was speaking to a gentleman who decided to keep it on and go for it. because yeah, there's about 30,000 miles a year.
On the continent.
About 20 of them are in Europe, 10 of them is here. So he's there 2/3 of the time, he's on the other side of the road.
Yeah,
so he was
yeah.
there like, it still makes sense.
Makes sense.
And I was like, I get that completely. And that's like you, if you go to France.
It's hard to overtake in France if you're not on the left-hand drive.
Exactly. It's completely what's down to you. It's your money at the end of the day. You've got to decide how you want to spend it. But I would encourage anyone, if they can, then consider it.
I really like that. I really like that.
But,
thank you very much. And have one of these.
Yeah,
I know you're closing down, aren't you? So.
No, that's I'll just keep the doors open.
Yeah.
Get a bit of dressing.
Yeah, I'll let you speak to somebody else. So. Yeah, but yeah, very good. Yeah.
But yeah, no, you say you're still enjoying your ass then.
I am, but yeah, it's now out of warranty though, isn't it? So it's always a worry, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, have a look at it. I'd say reach out if you wanted to stores in Solihull and Birmingham.
Right.
I believe one of them has an S-Plaid.
Okay.
If you wanted to go out for a drive.
Right.
You'd say, experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
You'll drive it and you may be like, you know what, I'm sold.
Right.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
But you may drive it and you'll be like, look, it was brilliant, but do you want to go get another car for that? But then again, warranties. Here. A car and warranty is a dangerous thing.
You know that. Take care, mate.
You too. All the best. Safe journeys.
Bye. So, I was trying to get more interviews on the channel, but looks like I managed to get an interview with a lovely, lovely guy. I have no idea whether that was on screen or not, but we'll soon find out. Oh wow. Riding the clutch, not something you can do on an electric. See who's driving. JC out.